Hey guys, Jenna here. Welcome back to my channel where I cover alternative lifestyle stories. In today's video, we traveled to Florida to meet a young couple who's been living tiny for a few years now. They're going to give us a tour of their tiny house, and they're also going to give us a sneak peek of their next project, which involves buying their own island.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Sam, and this is our home, Tiffany the Tiny House.
We decided to live in a tiny home because we were looking at traditional style homes as well as renting, and tiny living made most sense for us. We wanted less stuff in our life, and we were kind of making that path or groove in our life to achieve those goals.
If anything, I was the one doing the convincing. I wanted to live in a tiny house for a long time, and eventually Tim came around.
I originally found Tiffany on Craigslist. I was just surfing the internet at night and saw this beautiful blue home. I showed it to Sam. I went to go and look at it probably the next day or two, and then Sam instantly said this is going to be our house.
The name Tiffany the Tiny Home comes from the Tiffany light fixtures in our home. This is a beautiful touch that our builder put in, so we're honoring that with the name. I feel like we had to learn a lot about each other and ourselves, asking for personal space, doing things intentionally for personal time. Those are things that have to be a consideration when you live in small space. As for like the physical aspect of things, we're both fairly small people. We work around each other really well. We know each other's habits. But yeah, at first it was a big adjustment to make sure that we're taking times for ourselves, because there's not much room in here. If we need to close the door between us, there's really nowhere to go. So that's an adjustment that we had to make at first.
So we've been living tiny for 3 years, and we really enjoy it. We moved in and it was just everyday living. There was no overcoming anything, and I don't think we'll ever go to a more traditional home. We might go a little bit bigger if we have kids, but we'll probably stay tiny for quite a while.
Hey guys, come on inside. I'll give you a tour of Tiffany the Tiny House. So this is the kitchen. This is my favorite part of our home. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I cook a lot. So we have the big farm sink, which was a must for me. I like a lot of sink space, but obviously we trade off for that by not having a lot of counter space. For me, that's not a big deal. It's kind of personal preference. And then we do have this pantry underneath, which goes all the way back. It uses this whole countertop area. And then we have a couple of pantries up here. We use every square inch, as you can see. So we have like our storage containers up there on the windowsill. We have the wall space here for our knives. That was something like day one, we put the knife holder up because it's just so much easier to have it flat against the wall. It's a space saver. The backsplash is the same tile that we've used in the bathroom. It's very easy to clean. It's pretty colors, it's really nice. And then these lights are Tiffany light fixtures. We actually swapped out the original lights that we had in our home and got these instead. They're nice stained glass that goes with the front door, the stained glass up top, and then in the bathroom as well. We have a gas stove with an oven, so it's all gas, which is really nice. But we've preferred using the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer yet, it's awesome. And then we have a butcher block countertop that fits right over the stove and right over the sink. It can fit over both, and it's just extra working space. And that's up here above the fridge. So this is the living room area. This is our couch. It's custom made, it's custom fitted to fit between the fridge and the bookcase. And what's nice about our couch is that it has these ottomans that pull out and the legs fold up. And those fit right under this leaflet table. So this folds up as well, and it's nice because right now it's open and it's just a seating area, but if we wanted to, or if we had more people over, we could fold this up, fold the seats up, and they'd fit right underneath the table. So multifunction, that's the name of the game. So we use this TV kind of sorta. We actually prefer to watch TV up in the loft, but if we're down here, we'll have this on, maybe playing music in the background. The AC that we use is an LG mini split, so it does both our heating and our cooling. It works really, really well, and because our house is so well insulated, it cools down really fast and it stays cold, or it heats up really fast and it stays hot. We have small details everywhere in this house. Our contractor had huge attention to detail, so he picked light fixtures with this little chevron symbol in it, and then he also reflected that in some of the woodwork through the house. So the staircase railing has those chevrons, and then the ones in the bathroom and on the headboard actually match these as well. This is the ladder to get up to the guest room. Oliver's up there taking a little nap. This is our guest bedroom, we call it. It's a twin-size loft. Our favorite feature about this second loft is the stained glass window in the background. When the morning sun comes up, our house is positioned so that the morning sun comes through the stained glass and like puts color all over the ceiling. So that's one of our favorite parts of the day.
So this is our ceiling fan. It's actually an outdoor ceiling fan, but the cool part about it is that it rotates on a ball. Oliver loves to crawl above that beam and sit up there when he doesn't want to be bothered. So with our staircase, it's an L-shaped staircase. We think it really utilizes the space for the loft. We really enjoyed having a staircase in a tiny home, and it's really easy to walk up. You can see our cute little small door, tiny house door. I got that in Africa, and it's made by a mother-daughter, and I thought it fit the tiny house perfectly. This is our closet space. So I have the first 3 drawers. I call this my walk-on closet, and they go pretty far back, as well as Sam has the bottom 2 drawers go the full length of the bookcase. So when we first downsized, I was a big like band t-shirt kind of guy. I had almost 300 t-shirts. Now I'm probably down to 20. With our folding techniques, we're able to utilize more space. And then Oliver's cat bathroom is right here. So we built him this claw thing so he can scratch, scratch, and scratch. And then he's got his little cat door. So in here we have our precision temp instant hot water heater. Does really well. So water continues to flow hot all day long, and actually works a little too well. Over here we have our washer dryer combo, roughly around 2-3 hours for a full load. This is our pocket door. It replicates our front door, so we have the custom stained glass windows in here. It's really nice to be able to utilize this pocket door to save on space rather than a normal door that swings out. This is our bathroom. So we have a corner vanity sink, which is really handy, be able to save space. Our shower is nice and big, so we're using tumbled marble, just like our backsplash in our kitchen. And then we do have a wooden tub made out of an old telephone pole, so it's cut into blocks, glued, and then polyurethane. It is removable, so if we choose to, we could take it out, and it fits right over our toilet. We have a full flush toilet, since we are hooked up like an RV. We're gonna be switching it back to a compost toilet. The reason for that is where we're going to next is gonna be more of an off-grid, so we have to have a compost toilet because we won't be hooked up to utilities or anything like that.
This is the master loft. We have a queen size bed here. We have a lot of windows. This home has 17 windows, plus the stained glass window in the front, so a lot of natural light gets in. When we were first moving in, the couch was pretty small and we like to snuggle and watch movies, so I made a projector screen to hang in the bedroom, and it hangs from these little hooks. So it's just a screen with a white side. It does pretty well.
So this is the outside of our home. We do use scissor jacks in order to keep our house level. Leveling our house is pretty important to make sure everything functions properly. Backside of Tiffany, we have our breaker box, the other side of our mini split, as well as 2 propane tanks that cover our hot water, gas, as well as washer dryer combo. Our license plate, I went to the DMV and got THW, which stands for Tiny House on Wheels. So our next project, we just bought land in South Sarasota. It's an 1.5 acres. It is a piece of land that's surrounded by water, so we're building our next tiny house on there. That one will be on a foundation. It's a cool shape, it's an octagon shape. And what we did before we lived tiny is we rented a tiny house, and we want to give that experience back to people in order to see if maybe it's a good stepping stone for them.
So this is Shellmead Island. This is what we're working on next.
The tiny house behind us is a company called Deltec Homes. It's a prefab home built in Asheville, North Carolina, and they go through the proper steps of building it in-house using diamond grade wood, which is the densest wood you can buy. With these panel structures, even though it's made out of wood, it's gone through the last 50 years of Category 5 hurricanes with a 100% success rate. Now, this is our first time owning property. We're going to move Tiffany out here in order to accommodate our guests, and we're really excited to make this our home. Our goal behind this is really to let people experience tiny living like we do and see if it's a good fit for them.
The inside of the home will just be one bedroom. It will sleep 4. We'll have a pull-out sofa. It'll have the washer-dryer combo. It has a beautiful, huge, giant shower with a rainfall head. It'll have all the stuff that you need even while you're on vacation. The interior of the house is not all the way done yet, but check back in and you'll see an update. I think the most exciting part of moving to this property is just having our own space and being able to create on the land and you know, just express ourselves freely here and make a home.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, please check out my Patreon where you can receive exclusive gifts, and subscribe here on YouTube so that you can see a new video every single Friday.